Hi guys, my name is Untitled, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I get my straight hair with some natural volume. As you can see, I also give tips if you want bigger volume as well. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I still have that natural volume when I do straight hair. So it starts with the blow dry. I always like to prep my hair. So I first start off with some type of volume product. You guys can use a mousse, a root spray, volumizing spray, thickening spray, anything that you guys want to use to add some lift on your roots. So I'm going to use a mousse, put it in my hands, and then put that throughout the roots of my hair, kind of get it in there just so it could have some hold and grit, and it helps with it not falling flat. So I have a video if you guys want like a full-on volume blowout with the round brush, but I want to keep this simple for those who don't know how to round brush, and the easiest way that I like to get that natural volume. So I like to blow dry my hair opposite of the way it falls. So if you part this way, then I like to start by really getting in there and blow drying this way and just rough drying it. You can flip it like all the way over here as well. But if you part in the middle, then I like to blow dry side to side, so it can have that lift. When you bring it back to the way it's supposed to sit, it's gonna have that natural lift. I'm gonna use Eva NYC Spectrum Blow Dryer, which is available at ULTA. It has 2 speed settings as well as 3 heat settings and a cool shot as well. It actually has red beam far infrared spectrum technology, which helps with the frizz, the damage, the drying time. This blow dryer heats the hair from the inside out to help protect that outer cuticle so it's not so dry and frizzy. I'm gonna go ahead, and it's gonna be loud, so I'm gonna use a voiceover, and I'm gonna show you guys how I start by blow drying my hair. So I'm gonna blow dry side to side. Since I part in the middle, that's the best way for me to get volume because I'm blow drying opposite of the way I part. And then in the back of my hair, I'm gonna bring that forward and blow dry that part forward. The heat from the blow dryer helps activate the products that I use. Since I use a mousse to try to volumize my roots, it's gonna help really activate that product. And then I really get those roots. If you need to smooth your roots, you can use a brush like I'm using right now. I don't need it, but I just wanted to show you this option if you have really frizzy roots and you really need to get it smooth. But we are gonna go in with a flat iron, so you don't need to get it super smooth. Just that's just if you want your roots a little bit more smooth. But I like to just use my fingers and kind of just rough dry it. After I get my roots pretty dried, I go on to my mid and ends because my mid and ends are dry a lot faster. So I start with my roots and then go on to the mid and ends, and I just do that throughout the rest of my hair until my hair is fully dried. Okay, so as you can see, I have that natural volume. If I flip it both sides, or when I part it in the middle, it has that natural lift up here so it's not so flat on my head. So I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it. I'm gonna use the Eva NYC Spectrum Styling Iron, and this is great because it has curved edges. It's not necessarily a flat iron because it does so much more than that. You can create waves, curls, straight. It has ceramic plates, so those negative ions help to fight frizz, and it has a 1-hour shut off. So we all have been there when we go out and then we have that heart attack and we're like, did we shut off our iron? So with this, you don't have to be worried that the house is gonna burn down or anything because it shuts off after an hour. So yeah, I'm gonna use this to straighten my hair, so let's get started. I like to take small sections because I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you guys take really big sections, it might look nice and straight, but throughout the day, it'll kind of just start poofing up, and that's because you didn't really go in to seal each section, because sometimes when it's such a big chunk, the flat iron doesn't evenly distribute the heat. So I like to just make sure I'm going in each section to make sure it's nice and smooth. So I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Everything from the bottom of my ear, I flat iron regularly, and then I'll tell you guys what I do from the top of my ear to try to just have that natural volume stay. But I just flat iron. I take my time because I don't like going over and over and over. I like one time and that's it. So as you can see, it's nice and straight. I like to curve the ends just a little just so I could seal them. So same thing on this side. I'm gonna take small sections and just flat iron it regularly. And try not to go over and over each section. That's why I like to take small sections, because if you take bigger sections, the more you're gonna go over and over each sections to try to get it completely straight. And that could really damage your hair. So I just like going over it just a very few times. So now we reach on top of my ear. So I'm gonna show you guys a few different ways to flat iron it. So now that we reached here, you don't want to go down. So now that we want to keep that volume, you want it to go up. Go in an upwards motion right here, lift up, and if you need to, then you can pull it down and do the mid through the ends here. So you can still have that natural volume here. So another thing you can do is kind of add a little bump over here. So kind of curve your curling iron up and around so you can have lift up there. So I start at the root and kind of curve it up. So like that, it adds a little bit of lift, flat iron the rest, and then you have lift over here. So if you do this throughout these mid sections of your hair, it's gonna keep it volumized and not flat on your head. Because I already have that natural volume that I got from the blow dry, so I'm just gonna make sure I just go up when I flat iron the roots, and then I could bring it down and flat iron the ends so they could go in a little bit. Another way to get volume is to tease. So I'm not going to do this throughout my hair because I personally like to flip around. I like my volume more natural, but some of you guys like it big, nice and big and volumized, and that's when teasing comes in because that's when you could really add more lift to your hair. So I'm going to show you here and just do the same thing throughout the sections of your hair from the ear up. Grab a section not too thick. Grab some hairspray. Hairspray the roots so it could have some grit, and tease using a comb or a teasing comb under it and pack it in the roots. Start from the middle and really pack it in those roots. Make sure it's in there, and as you can see, I have that lift, and it looks a little crazy right now, but once you kind of tame the outer layers so it's not showing the tease, it adds a lift that you can do throughout your hair so it's not so flat around your root area. But that's just another little tip that you guys can use if you guys are going to keep your part the way it is and want that extra help to make it look more volumized. But I'm going to continue on doing the regular way. So I'm going to take this very top section out of the way. Once I get to the ear up, I don't flat iron down. So you want to go like this, up, put your hand up like in a diagonal and flat iron up, and then you can bring it down and the mids through ends flat iron down. But that's going to help keep your natural volume over here so it doesn't fall flat on your face. Side. And now curve the rest. I'm going to show you how I flat iron my bangs, but here I'm just going up and down. So I like the bangs to kind of flip out. So I grab the flat iron and do a curve outward. So I'm going to have the flat iron going in from the front, turning my wrist just a little to add a little flip. And on this side, I'm going to come in from the back, lifting it and twisting my wrist down outward. Now I like to take a big section and kind of just put it all together at the ends, curve it a little bit, just so they could all be sealed nice and sleek at the ends. If you guys want to put any oils in your hair, do it from mid to ends. Make sure not to do it on the roots because then that's going to weigh down your hair. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil for shine throughout the mids and ends of my hair. So yeah, this is the final look, natural volume, straight hair. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and these little tips. If there's anything else you guys want to see, make sure to comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.